Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to be back on Haut Beyleron, I think is how you say it. I know there's a fancy way to say it in French, but I don't remember it right now. So, we're pretty much where we left off in the last episode. I want to get some fertilizing contracts done. I organized the shed a bit off camera to try to make it a little more usable. The grass is growing back. We'll check out the crops here. And it looks like our soybeans are doing pretty good. Those are sprouting up, and then... Is this almost ready to mow? This is... Oh, wow. Yeah, we're ready to mow that now. Just take a look at it and see. Just to check on the map. Okay, yeah, this is ready to go now, it looks like. According to the map. So we could mow this. And then I think we'll... throw more in the pit is the goal. So I think this episode will probably be a lot of time lapses because I wanted to do some contracts possibly. I'm thinking, how big is field 5? I want to work on field 5. Don't know. I think for now we need to work on our own stuff and get some silage going. I actually think we should probably get a bucket or a blade. We'll check the used machinery. There's nothing really that seems that important right now. I'd like to get some sheep, but we just don't have the money to do it. I think to start with, we'll just take the Massey Ferguson and we'll start mowing some of the field down to see how that looks. I'm actually going to check the yield quick off camera to see how it's looking. So to start with here, we're going to grab the mower, and I think we'll start on the field mowing because that's our own income obviously, and then it's at half fertilization, which I could spread more on it, but I'm gonna wait and see if mowing it brings a level back to it. For right now I want to try to get this mowed and see how far we can get with it before we have to rent out the thing again. And we also need either a bucket or some sort of silage blade to work the silage in. So I think what we'll do is we'll fire up the mower and I'll see you guys once I get everything all set up here. Alright, we got everything fired up here and we're going to see how this is doing yield wise. It's definitely filling faster than the before. I also like that like when you look at it, the thing kind of kicks up the hay a little more into it. Oh yeah, we're already almost 8% full. Just a little bit of fertilizing really helps out with this sort of stuff. I think we're going to definitely have to improve our setup. Maybe to have like a side mower of some sort. I'm not sure. Either way, this is impressive. I think this will really help fill up the pit a lot more. I mean, we're already at a quarter full and it's just the first headland pass, so I think we're gonna really do well from this if we do it right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab a silage blade and put it on the Valtra. Maybe we just make that our kind of silage pit working tractor, so we put the loader on that and the silage blade. That might be the way to go. I'll take a look at our options in a second once I make this first headland pass. Alright, we're on the final headland here for the final side of the field. And we're almost at the first hour of this tractor being run. Obviously it's not a brand new modern tractor, but because of how with it being a new save game, it's going to be low hours. Yeah, 50% from the first loop. Let's just shut off the mower here and see what we have for options. So for the Valtra here, we can put a loader on it if we want, and it also has the reverse direction, which would be nice for running something like a leveler. Not sure which one we want to go with. Well, one of these they're both the same price, it's just one is wider. So to me, going for this same price one is the better way. We're not going to buy a whole RS though, those are too expensive. So grab one of these. And then for loaders, The quickie loaders look nice and modern, but these have that more classic look to them, which might look better on the Valtra. That might be what we go with. What attachments can we get? We need a loader anyway, so it's not really a big deal to get something like this. That's a fancy bucket though. We're not going to go that far. I think we'll just go with a standard bucket if we get one. Yeah. We'll just unhook this from the cultivator and we'll head up to the shop, and I'll see you guys up there once we start customizing the Valtra to have a loader. Alright, we're pulling up to the shop here, and we're going to bring this up to the service center first of all and just get a loader mount on it. This is something we had to do anyway, so it's not really like we're spending a lot extra money when we need a loader anyway. So we'll customize this. Let's see the prices of the loaders first. I didn't really check that well enough. Alright, this is the loader we're going to go with. It's for about the same horsepower range, and it has the most lift capacity. So we'll grab this. That way we don't have to buy another one. And we'll grab a bucket. Then we also need to throw a mount on it. There we go. There went $13,000, but now we have a good silage working setup. So I think we'll put the back blade on first. And then we'll grab the loader. This is a nice width for this, I think. And then we can just drive in the reverse direction, which will help a lot. And I think having the highest capacity loader is going to be best for handling bales and stuff, because I plan on keeping this tractor around for a while. So it makes the most sense to keep a loader on this one, and like a tractor like the Steyr probably won't stay around the farm forever. We'll lower this. There we go. Alright, I'll see you guys back up the yard once we get to the silage pit. Alright, let's see here. We're back at the farm now, and I think we'll start with the... We need to push it into the pit more for right now, so we're going to just use the back blade. So I think we'll change driving directions. Switch directions now. And then we'll lower the blade. For some reason the leveler does not want to stay down. Not exactly sure why. Yeah, that's weird. It shouldn't be doing that. It's like when it hits the ground, it just doesn't like that. Oh, maybe that's why. Okay, we'll try that. Guess we have to control it manually. I'm still learning this because I haven't used the leveler in a while. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is, that it's doing that. For some reason this thing just won't work. I don't know why. Oh, wait a minute. Are you supposed to... It doesn't make any sense. You guys are going to have to let me know down below in the comments why this isn't working, because I've just been trying for a couple minutes here to make this work, and the only way I can is by pulling this way. Then it actually does something, which I don't quite understand why. Because it wants to do something, but yet it doesn't. Then when I push back, I don't know, the leveler just doesn't seem to be working like it should. I'm not exactly sure why, so I think we'll just have to stick with running a loader. Well, now it does. This loader is just kind of, or this blade is buggy because it just does not want to stay down whenever you use it. See, now, as long as it doesn't lift itself, it actually levels when you drive forward. Then it doesn't want to. I'm really not sure why that is, but I think we'll just stick to running the loader for now, because that's just not working like it should. We'll change the driving direction so that it's normal again, and then we'll just run the loader, I think, is our best option here. Because I don't know why that's not wanting to work. See, now it actually wants to pick it up. Unless maybe I'm just bad at running levelers, but that doesn't make sense to me. So let me know what you think down below. This Valtra is semi-okay visibility for doing this job. I'm not sure if it's the best tractor for the job, but it works pretty good. I'll say that for sure. It works good enough for what we're trying to do, and the Steyr just wouldn't have the same power this has. So I think it's good that we're using this tractor. And obviously unloading into the pit will make it a little more packed into. So what I'm going to do is put this back here. I think we'll get started with a little time lapse of cutting some hay. So enjoy this time lapse. Alright, so we're on the final pass of the field here. I just gotta turn around. But the pit's pretty full. I'm gonna check the final level here in a minute once we get to the field. But I'm impressed with the yield overall. I think we got like 4 or 5 loads out of this, which should be a pretty good amount, I think. We'll probably get like 100,000 liters of silage. I'm gonna actually cover the pit now that we got a lot of this in. And I just realized I don't have my loading wagon done. We'll have to go over that one more time. But I'm going to check the used machinery market in a minute to see how things are looking, if there's anything new we want. Kind of doubt it because there's not really a lot that I can think of, but there might be things like a corn planter or just different little things that might be helpful along the way. I probably am going to sell off that silage blade because it's really not that helpful to us right now. So I don't think we'll bother with that for this moment. But yeah, this field, I think this was a good idea because it's a nice, quick growing crop that we can use a lot of. And it yields really good. We're not even at full productivity. This is only 66 productivity of what the fields could do, so that's pretty good. trying to decide here what to do for my approach to this because I can't get up there. Since we need a little more front clearance, I'm actually going to drop this mower off right here, and then we're going to try to get over the pile because I'd rather not have to compact it with the Valtra more than once. And we only have 3,000 liters on, so we should be able to fly over the pile pretty well. Let's see here. Let's get a run at it. There we go. We'll have to check our final total here in a second once I get off the pile. Cut. Alright, we have 111,000 liters of silage chaff, which that will equate to, let's look at prices real quick. For silage as it stands, $300, so that's about $35,000 of silage right there. Let's look at the price fluctuations. Okay, we're actually at the lowest. So I would probably bet it's about $500 at peak, maybe. I'm not sure exactly how the prices work. So I'll assume about $500, which would be pretty good. That'd give us 50, so we'll definitely hold out on this. I think we'll try to keep these little pieces of chaff in the pit if we can. I think they kind of added the feature that was in an FS19 mod where it kind of made buckets where you could push material, which was pretty nice. I don't know if that's a thing in 19 or not, but I like that this map actually gives you a pit to start with. It's quite nice to be able to make silage like this right off the bat. For although this thing's working really quite well, I'm going to sell off this silage blade because it's not what I expected, which reminds me, is there anything good? Nope, same stuff. So there's nothing worthwhile. Oh wait, why did it say 1,500 for new vehicles? That's weird. Wonder why that happened. I have to look and see what that did. Yeah, let me know if you know of why this whole issue with the back blade on here is a thing, because for some reason I just cannot get these to work quite right for me. I don't know why. We're at 66% compaction. I think we'll just go back and forth across it a couple times and then add to the middle. Alright, so actually I just realized that I had my microphone muted a lot of the time through, like, after I got in the Valtra and was talking for that. Basically, we finished the pit, it was fully compacted, so I covered it over, and then I realized this field wasn't fully planted when I was looking at the fertilizer map, because when I closed out of the last session in-game, I didn't let the worker finish that was on this field, so it didn't actually get fully planted, which I didn't know about. I thought it was done. So we're gonna just finish up this field. I already started, but I just realized my microphone was muted. So that was a slight technical difficulty, but let me know if you like more time lapses or commentary. Obviously, I like to do a nice little kind of a blend of both, which I'm still getting better at with this normal style Let's Play thing. Obviously, you're probably used to my Lone Roleplay series, which kind of is how this is going to be, but a little less volume to the episode and a little shorter, but still the same. Me attempting to make as high of quality content as I can. So this shouldn't take too long. I think I'll do this kind of as a commentary section of the video. So we'll see how this turns out. There are rocks in the field, which I think we'll have to pick one of these times through. I'm not sure which will be the time, but I'm going to try to go without having to worry about it. So we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna get rid of that green silage blade because it just doesn't work for some reason. I don't know if it's just a bug with it or what, but it just does not want to work for me. So I'm gonna just get rid of that because the loader works pretty well already. For like the beginning stage of the farm, it really doesn't matter too much if it is smooth in the pit. It just needs to be compacted and relatively flat. Alright, I've done 3 or 4 more rounds, and it is tedious to do this, but it's not too bad to do it manually. It's just in the early first little bit I had to get things kind of going. Once you get it staggered enough, it's okay for timing. It just takes a little bit to get to that point, so that's why I hired so many workers for the first 2 episodes. Overall, the Massey Ferguson does a pretty nice job pulling this. I had it, I did have it on the Massey last time, but it does pull a lot of power from it. But I love that Giants made the gear shift sounds possible, and also being able to gear shift, because you can actually, like for diesel trucks for instance, you can actually rev them and stuff, which is kind of fun. It just adds a lot of realism things you can do now where you didn't have that before. On the topic of kind of American themed pickup trucks, I plan on starting my new version of the what was going to be the replacement of the Lone Oak Farm Vlog series. Obviously, I probably mentioned it before, I'm planning on having some changes to it, like some more people and things like that. And I started working on a save game on Elm Creek, which I might still use. However, the farms on there, unless I edit the map, they have unusable buildings. So either I can delete those and then let people build their farms, or I'm going to wait for a map that has multiple farms that all work. Because if there's going to be multiple people, I want to have multiple farms available for people to be a part of. So Elm Creek is a good map, don't get me wrong, for like one farm, but with how I want to run the series, I need to have a few farms. And I know that there was a modder, I forget, I think it's MRG mapping, but I'm not sure, that was working on one when 19 was the thing. Like, he was already pre-preparing for 22, but he didn't have like the stuff for it. So I know that's going to take a while to come out, so I'm either going to wait on that, or we'll do a test series to kind of just test the waters. I'm still working on kind of assembling the people I want in it and stuff like that. And there's already vehicle mods coming out, slowly trickling to the mod sites. And most of the stuff I needed before is in. If not, they added things that I had that I needed for the series, which I need trailers, and I still want to stick to the not really hyper realistic but very realistic American themed farming, so I need the really American themed machinery and stuff. So I have to wait for that to come out, and then we'll know more from there. So I think we have about 1 or 2 more passes on this field, and we're gonna have to fertilize this probably in the next episode. I'm gonna sleep the night here through in this episode and just take a look at things and just kind of see where we're at. Then after the night passes, and then we shouldn't be too far off having another crop of hay, which I think we'll probably store this one up in the barn and then put it in the pit if we have to, because we have that nice hay loft, which in a couple of Let's Plays I've watched now, because I didn't watch any of the early access Let's Plays on FS22 because I kind of wanted I wanted to keep it a surprise for myself and my first look to be an actual first look and not me basically just rehashing it and watching it for myself. So I did that. I've watched a few now that I've played it a little bit, and I've seen a couple of them where they sell that barn, which is, I get, because you need storage, but also it's such a vital storage building that you don't have to pay for, and you can store hay and straw in it. Now if you're using bales it wouldn't matter, but for what we're doing right now, I think it's going to be our best way to be able to utilize the silage pit we were given and still have hay and stuff for like sheep, which I do want to do. It's just a matter of when we have the money to do so. final few feet of the field now, and then we can head up to the building, park this up, and then we'll probably sell that silage blade. That's the deal done, and then we'll see where the silage is at in the morning. Alright, we got the Massey Ferguson put in. Now we'll just park the Vultra up over here, I think. And I need to get forks for this thing so that we can move pallets around, but I just wanted to get the bucket at least. We'll probably replace the back blade with forks. Alright, I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, so it's the next morning here. We're going to be finishing the episode now, but I wanted to get rid of this leveler. If you have any ideas of why it wouldn't have been working, let me know in the comments if you've had a similar issue. I'm just going to get rid of it for now because it's extra cash we have tied up right now and other that we could use for other things. I'm going to check the used market quick, and we're going to drop this right here. And then I'm going to grab some forks while I'm here because I want to get that ready. Do that. Do that. And we'll sell it. So we made a $300 loss on that, but that's okay. And there's nothing again that we can use right now. So I think we'll just grab a $1,700 pallet fork. And we'll try to put this bucket on top of it. It really shouldn't be too hard to do. We can line it up out of cab too. There we go. That'll do the trick. It's a little funky looking, but should hold. I should have taken the bucket off at the main farm, but I forgot about that. So we'll just run back to the farm and drop the bucket and we'll call it a video. Alright, we're back at the farm now. I'm going to move these fertilizer pallets out of the yard quick before the end of the episode, just so that the yard's clean again. I think over here is a good spot for the bucket for right now. If it'll come off. Usually, like, this is one problem is, like, stuff sticks to forks. But then if I just... There we go. You have to attach it weird, which I guess works, but it's a little annoying. I also like that Giants added adjustable forks so you can actually adjust for wider things. For now, we'll just keep the pallets off to the side of the yard. I'm gonna get a better home for them eventually, but for right now, it's okay. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode of Haut Beyleron. I need to figure out how to pronounce this map. But if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. And leave a comment if you have any ideas or anything like that. Comments or for just why that leveler doesn't work or things like that. But if you have any suggestions for the series or anything, or if you want me to see me do more, be sure to leave a comment. And yeah, until the next video, I will see you all later. Bye everybody. Thanks for watching.